Yeah, man. We need for drink. Hydrate. And boy, when you're thirsty and you drink them a coconut water, you really feel nice, you know? Trust me. So like I said, again, when I was a young girl growing up, a young girl, living with my grandmother, she was very, very mean sometimes. My grandma is the kind of woman like this. She's strict. She like everything to be pressed, everything to be clean. My white blouse had to be extra white. No dirt gonna be in it. No stains. She don't like them kind of thing. You know what I mean? She like everything to be perfect. When I used to spread the bed in the morning time, my grandmother would call me back and she would hold me to one of my ears. And she would hold me by my ears and bring me back in the bedroom by my ears, one of my ears. And she would say, the bed look good to you? And I said, yes, Grandma. And she said, look again. And she still hold on to my ears. And when I look, I saw the bedspread is not even on the bed. And it got a little crease in it. She said, go and take your hands and smooth it out like a closing iron. I had to go and use my hand and smooth it out like a clothes iron. And make sure that sheet is even on the bed. My grandmother, she loved church and she loved God. She was a strict woman. She wasn't a woman to play. Even with money, she was very strict. And I remember when we moved from Windsor Castle, because she used to sell coconut cake and mangoes and stuff like that by the schoolyard. Because we were living close to the schoolyard, yeah? And she'd go home and cook. And when we come for lunch, you know what we get for lunch? We get a coconut cake and maybe a mango or something like that for lunch. Because she's not paying for canteen. And we live close to the house and she's going to go cook after lunch break. I used to have a cousin named Natalie. She was very, very fair-skinned girl. Very light-skinned, light, beautiful hair. My grandmother loved her more than me because she was light-skinned. And my grandmother used to treat me more rougher than how she treat her. One time my dad had sent some clothes for me and my grandmother gave it to her instead of me. And give me her old clothes. Her excuse was, she grow the clothes out because she beginning you wear her stuff that she grows out. She got to wear the new stuff because the new stuff is too big for you. So I had to live with that, yeah? Because that's a part of my life. And that time I think I was like 9 years old. 8, 9 years old. From 7, I remember when I was 3 years old with my grandmother. So I remember everything quite frankly. And I also remember when she moved to this place called Content. She had one like a small board house so she did rent from Smaddy. And she used to plant cassava up on the hill. A whole heap of cassava and sinting. She used to have me go with her, go draw the cassava and plant the cassava and show me. And she showed me the scorpion them. Because there's a lot of scorpion by the cassava road. That's how I know scorpions. And she used to make bami. My grandmother used to make some good bami. I love bami and fried fish. Bami and fried fish is a very, very nice thing. I love bami and fried fish. Trust me. And yes, and such is life. And we moved to a place called Content. And in Content, you know, we have springs. You have to go to the spring to get water. There's no pipe to the house. And there's no pipe downstairs by the street. You have to go to the spring. It wasn't that kind of community that developed that you could have pipe. You had to go to the spring and you had to catch the water from the spring and bring it back up. Also, I was living there and one of my brother also moved to live there with my grandmother because my mother had 15 of us and today 13 of us alive. Yes. And as a little girl, I was always thinking, you know, why I got to face so much in life because I used to have to get up 6 o'clock in the morning to go get water from the spring. More than one trip. And then I had to walk 16 miles to school in the sun. No shoes. No lunch money. Just the one slice of bread me get that cut in half. My grandmother always put 2 slices of bread together, whether no butter in it or nothing. And she'll act like something is in the middle. There's nothing in the middle. And then she take a knife and she cut it. Make it kind of look like a triangle shape. And that's what she give me. Piece of me and piece of my brother. So we end up with 1 slice of bread each. She give me 25 cents for lunch. That only could buy a sock back in them days. Back in the days, you only could buy sock. And we use Kool-Aid and sugar to make and put in the refrigerator in a plastic bag. That's what we call sock. By the time I walk 16 miles and reach down at Hope there. By the time I reach down there, me tell you, that the sock money, they gone long time. They gone long time. And then I said to myself, I'm hungry, I gotta start to find a way out to steal. I gotta find a way out to get food. At one point, my ribs were showing, my bones in my face were showing like a skeleton. Because I've been carrying so much water from the spring. I've been carrying so much rock up to the hill, so much gravel to the hill, and all these small sand and gravel where the truck come and drop from my grandmother going to now build her own house because she bought a piece of land. So we could move out the two old room. And trust me, I work like a man. I work like I had a pair of seed. You hear me? I work like I had a pair of seed. Gravel and sand. As I come home from school, I take off my uniform. I have a bucket carrying up it. Sand, gravel. All the way up the hill, empty it up the hill. So the man can't get for work to build up the place that you want. And still walk to school. I say one day hungry take me real bad. I'll never forget. And me and one of my brother was coming from school. Him call him ram goat lip. Because him lip skin up like goat lip. When the goat I go jump she goat and then I saw him lip skin up. So then mock him and call him ram goat lip. Me never like it, but me couldn't do nothing to change the name. And let me tell you, when we have come up, we see some people that come from down and gully with some bag. We don't know where they come, only when we see whole food down in the gully. We know who dump bread and butter, all kind of sitting down in the gully. And when we go down there, we find bread, we find chiffon butter melt up on the sun. We just take up the bread and dip that shit in and yam. At school we come from, we're hungry. We don't worry about no germs or nothing down in the gully how we left open. We just don't see our food we find. And we're hungry. And we eat. And I reach home. Said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna have to find a way how to make some money. I'm gonna have to find a way somehow to satisfy this hungry that I'm feeling because I'm not being fed right. We see eat enough orange and enough tangerine and them sitting and grow up on the tree free. But I mean we want food. You know? My grandmother was strict. We used to help her raise a whole heap of white fowl. Up on the hill, that whole heap of white fowl. She raised them and she used to have me killing them every Saturday and Sunday. Me have to cut off one of them head for dinner. Yes, man. And when she done, I cut off that thing and she fries up and she fry. She come out with a pudding pan and a piece of white cloth. And when my grandmother put that fried chicken at the pudding pan and white cloth, you know see where that chicken they go? She go hide it somewhere in her wardrobe, we used to call it, and a closet we used to call it. We used to call it closet back then, we used to call it wardrobe. She hide the chicken up and lock the wardrobe of a key. You know the wardrobe they could have key the whole time wardrobe. She lock the fried chicken tie up in the pudding pan in the blasted wardrobe. You know how much time we try to pick the lock for thief piece of the fried chicken? Couldn't pick them the lock there. And God bless her soul, she died last year. She probably died like 99 years old. She was old. My family lived long. That means I got really old before me dead. Thank God. And that woman was something else. And I go continue. Because I don't want it too long.